Hey, welcome back. Episode 39. We're exploring the common thread that kind of runs through words like present, presenting, presented. You know, when you're doing something normal, like waiting for your coffee, walking to the train, standing in an elevator, and then all of a sudden you realize you've been holding your breath, not dramatically, just quietly bracing. You know the feeling. Shoulders up, jaw tight, mind racing ahead. And then you exhale, like your body is saying, "Oh, we're allowed to be here. Chillax," screams your inner voice. That's where today's topic begins. Present, presenting, presented. What's the common thread? I think of it like present is the version of you that exists before you explain yourself, before you perform, before you try to sound confident, before you turn your life into something polished and impressive. Present is you, right now, still figuring it out, still becoming. And if you're in a season of transition, maybe some kind of career pivot or creative shift, then being present can feel almost impossible. 'Cause there's too much going on. Why? Because the pressure is always whispering. Do I look like I know what I'm doing? That pressure shows up so often in our work culture. Not just for working hard, but because we constantly are evaluating everything while working. Then there's presenting. Presenting is when you take who you are on the inside, unfinished, human, uncertain, and translate it into something other people can understand fast. A pitch, a meeting update, an interview answer, delivering to a, "So tell me, what do you do?" question. And this is where imposter syndrome tends to live. Not always because you're unqualified, but because you can feel the gap between who you are and the version of you you're trying to communicate. Presenting can feel like being on a stage. But I want to offer a softer reframe. Presenting isn't performing. Presenting is offering. Offering your ideas, offering your effort, offering your perspective, even if your voice shakes, even if it's not perfect. And then there's presented. The moment after, it's already happened. The message you sent, the impression you made, the thing you said that your brain replays later like a tiny horror movie. Presented literally is, out of our hands now. And it's wild how our minds treat the past like it's something we can still fix. Kinda like, if we just think about it long enough, we could. But we can't. So then the question becomes, can you belong here, even if that moment wasn't perfect? Here's what I think connects all three. Present, presenting, and presented are all about belonging. Present asks, can I belong before I prove anything? Presenting asks, can I belong while I'm being seen? And presented leans towards, can I belong even if I didn't nail it? And honestly, that's a lot to carry. That's what I think anyways. I try to look at it this way instead. Presence is who you are. Presenting is what you share. Presented is what you release. And the skill isn't all about mastering them. It's moving through them without abandoning yourself. If we stop to ponder on that for a quick minute, it gives us another way of looking at it differently. So give it a go. Because the trap we fall into is living only for presented. Living like your life is already a finished product. Like you're constantly managing how you come across. That's not living. That's branding, and it's exhausting. Always on is not healthy for humans. Platforms, on the other hand, they are algorithms and sequences. They can knock themselves out, but anyone who has ever used them will know even the machines get it wrong. That's a side note, but worth making. So let's do something small together right now. It'll take a minute. Check your state. Now, so for this exact minute, are you holding your breath again? So breathe. Drop your shoulders by 1%. Unclench your jaw. Let your face soften. Notice the difference and ask yourself, what room am I in today? Present, presenting, or presented? And what would it look like to be a little kinder to yourself in that room? This is Pivot Era Podcast, and we're not here to rush you into certainty. We're here to help you stay steady while you're becoming. One last question to leave you with. If you stopped living like you were already being judged, what would you do differently today? Just something small, something honest, something present. With that, I'll see you next time. Oh, and just in case you were wondering, I would say to myself, all is well. This is an AI voice-powered podcast shared by humans who simply want to connect across generations and normalize the art of starting again. New episodes drop every Wednesday and Sunday. Share it with someone who's navigating their own pivot, or who needs to hear that beginnings aren't failures, they're growth.